Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. I am back for another I Saw It in Somerset Studio Magazine. Sorry, no video yesterday. I just had too many things I needed to catch up on and I just couldn't ever get to a video, so I apologize for that. So this is the newest Somerset Studio Magazine, and they sent me this one to remind me that my subscription was up. But anyway, it's August, September, October 2025, volume 29, issue 3. I started getting the, what are they called? Art journaling magazines instead. And then, like, next time I might go back to this one. You know what I mean? Like, trade around. So I can't afford both at the same time. What we're going to do today is inspired by this, and I know this is another Halloween looking one, but I'm not going to do Halloween. I'm going to do something else. I just loved this idea. This one's by Mags Woodcock, and I love her work anyway. I love the look of this, but I'm already doing a Halloween journal, the witchy one, so I wanted to do something different for this. What I love about this is 2 canvases that she's put like her journal covers, and it's just like a small accordion. It's not like a big journal. You could of course make it as big as you want, but this is your front, kind of like a shadow box, and then when you open it you'd have these with paper in between, and then when you close it you have another shadow box. So this is the front cover of hers with the girl with the jack-o'-lantern there. And then on the back, it's that. But what I want to point out is that all the cool stuff she's put around the edges, like there's strings and like book, this stuff. If you take books apart, sometimes you get this old, just stuff out of the books, There's like some script. It looks to be maybe some mossy type stuff. I won't be using anything like that because I'm not doing, like I said, this style. But I just love this. I just think it's really a cool idea. I could not find the little skinny canvases. I didn't get a chance to go to the Dollar Tree. I'm betting that's where she got those, but I really don't know. I could find like little just squares. So I just went with 5x7. Canvases, just cheap ones, they're easy to find. I think I paid $2.49 or something for both of them, so it's a really cheap way to do a cover, and just kind of fun because you could set it up somewhere, with the accordion part in between. So that is what we're gonna do, and mine is not gonna look like hers, clearly, because I'm not gonna do the same style. I don't have that. I'm assuming it's a digital kit. I don't have that one either. So even if I wanted to do Halloween, it wouldn't be the same. So what we first need to do is kind of get this together. And I'm just going to work on one side. And this is probably going to be a multiple day deal, just because it's just kind of a lot, to do in one day. So I'll just, maybe Monday I'll do more of it or whatever, since I haven't started the 50 stack challenge yet again. And I know I've been doing that easy ephemera thing, but I can do that another day too. So it's not like Monday's the only day that I can do that one. So I'm going to use some of my icky gesso here because I think it'll look really cool. And we're going to put a little bit of the Tim Holtz. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you what, you guys. This thing is going to make me nuts. It's either that or it's a glob. There's like no in between with this. Hold on just a minute. Okay, hi, I'm back. I apologize for that because I know we might be doing some stopping and starting. I should have checked that sooner, but I poured a little more out and I added some vintage photo to one of them. And I'm just going to kind of play with that around here. And then I will be adding other stuff, the book bits and all that. But I want to get like the edges, the main part of the canvas is going to be covered by paper, so that isn't any consequence, but I do want to get this covered. And I don't know exactly how she did hers. Like I said, I always just kind of look at these and get my own inspiration or ideas for it, just just by looking at it, it's like, ooh, that's cool. I want to make something like that. Not necessarily, I want to make that. So that's kind of the way I always look at these magazine and the inspired by Pinterest and that. I mean, sometimes I do a little bit closer of a match to what they actually made, but quite frequently I'm just inspired by it, you know, like we do. So how are you guys doing? I hope you're doing good. It's kind of been chaosy around here lately, and I don't know what it is when you get back from a trip. There's just so many things. It feels like yesterday was just a catch-up day because I just had things I had to get done, and yeah. So anyway, I'm in one of my stress modes, which is never good. Sometimes I don't even really know why, you know, it just happens. Because as my daughter and I say, we are Chihuahuas, so like it doesn't take anything, and we're like shaking in the corner, right? And I know people will say, oh, just relax. Oh, okay. I'll do that. Thank you. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Oh my gosh. I mean, super kind. It's just funny because if you know, you know. If you don't know, then you just think I'm kind of a cuckoo bird, which is, you know, that's legit. But, and I'm just putting this in here, and I don't really even know why, because it's going to get covered by paper, but that's what I'm going to do. I know it looks really disgusting right now, but we're going to add other stuff, so it's not going to be quite this gross. This gesso, as you all know, is gross. However, when it dries, it's kind of cool, so that's why I keep using it. Otherwise, I would probably just throw it in the trash can. But I kind of do like it when it's all dry. So I'm just going with it. Sorry, everybody in my family is talking to each other because my daughter dinged her brand new car. So she took it in to get it like buffed and whatever stuff. So there's another thing to stress me out. And right when we got back, my son, he's driving our old Volkswagen Bug, which is an awesome car and works great, but you know, it's getting older, and he had to replace the tail lights, like the whole light, not just the light bulb. And we just got back from the trip. He had to work. His battery was dead. Yeah, it's just a whole thing. It's just a whole thing. So, and unfortunately, I'm one of those people that I get wound up about that stuff, and then it takes me a while to chill out again, because I'm just silly like that. And I know it's not rational, but that's okay. I need to say hugs and blessings to all you fabulous people. Hugs and blessings to Linda, Michelle, Betty Ann, Alejandrina, and Catherine. Thank you guys so much for your kind comments and always watching and just being great friends. I really appreciate all of you, and I thank you so much. And welcome to new subscribers, and welcome back to those of you that have been with me for a long time or a short time. I appreciate you, and I hope you know that. Okay, now I'm probably going to have to go get these dry. And again, like I said, this is unfortunately going to probably be one of those videos where I stop and start, just because, well, hopefully this will be the end of the painty part anyways. So I will get these dry and be right back. Okay, I'm back, and it's mostly dry enough for what we need to do next. So I have a digital download called Places of the Past, and that's what I'm using. I did shrink down one of the pages a little bit so that it'll fit nicely in here, and you can still see the house, because otherwise you kind of get just a part of the house. So I did shrink it down, and then we're going to put the door on the back. And then I'm going to use Tim Holtz people. And I don't think I'm going to put them like she put hers more inside of there, but that's going to block everything. So I'm going to kind of put these ladies off to the side. And then these ones, same thing. I think I'll kind of do them off to the side. So we need to keep that in mind when we're like, you know, decorating the rest of it. But let's get these pieces at least in here first, maybe. And you can see I kind of made it so it tucks under because there's that edge right there, as there are in canvases. So that kind of does make it easy. I'm just going to use this PVA glue. You can use Fabri-Tac, which probably is a good idea since it's going on canvas. Use whatever you like, right? Ever float your boat. I might actually, I wasn't going to ink it, but I think I want a little inking. Like, I just can't help myself, right? And I did get some threads in sort of the colors. And we'll just keep plucking away at it here and see where we get to. Hopefully we'll get a little bit somewhere. Now it doesn't want to go under there now that I can actually put it under there. So what are you guys up to? Anything fun and exciting, or just trying to stay warm, cool, whatever the case may be? I know some people are preparing for a hurricane, and I am so sorry. I always feel bad for you guys every year when you have to do the hurricane thing. I know it's just kind of part of your deal in certain parts of the country, but I do always feel bad for you guys. I know it's a lot of work and can be frightening. And it's like put life on hold, you know, kind of thing. And that didn't go all the way down. I could have cut it a little bigger, but we can add some tidbits and whatnot in there. So I'm not going to stress about all of that. Some tidbits and whatnot. Oh, I want to tell you guys, if you have Instagram, and many of you may already be fully aware of this, so just ignore me, but they are doing this thing where they track your location, which I think is insanity. So if you don't want them tracking your location, because by tracking your location, I mean they tell everybody who you follow and follows you, they can look up exactly where you live, like, and I'm talking about the street you live on. So, if you go into your comments and look up at the top, you'll see a little world, like a globe looking thing. Click on that and go in and tell it, you know, whatever the setting is. Like, I think it says no one can have your location or know your location, and that's what I clicked on. I mean, you can choose how you want to do it, but just be aware that I guess if it goes for a bit without you saying what you want, it'll just follow you. So yeah, I think that's completely insane. So I mean, it's up to you, obviously. I'm just telling you, I'm just throwing it out there if you want to fix it. But, or you can also just put your phone to, like, so nobody can track you or follow you or whatever. I have my family can follow me or know where I'm at, but other than that, no. That's just crazy talk. So anyway, that's out there. So be aware if you're on Instagram. I think maybe Facebook too. I don't know. I need to look into the Facebook part more because I have gotten off of Facebook, but you can't ever really get off of Facebook, just so you know. I never should have gotten on Facebook because I've tried to like delete my account and you just can't. So anywho, just be aware of the insanity that goes on in our world. For what reason, I'm not sure. But anyway. And if you're not sure how to do it, you know, try to ask like a grandchild or whoever. That's always my best advice, because like I always go to my son, my kids, usually my son, just because he's kind of the IT type. But because they just know, like they know how to work all that stuff and where to go to manage all that and everything. So definitely ask them if you're not sure how to do that, because it's important. I think it's crazy that they're doing that, because there's a lot of people that won't know that that's occurring and they won't fix it, and I just think it's very dangerous. But anyway, tell your friends too and family members. I don't know why it's even a thing. It is crazy. I mean, they track us anyway, you know, all those. If you have Siri or you have Alexa or any of that garbage, all that stuff tracks us. But to make it like public, like that is just totally insane in my opinion. I was talking to my friend Betty Ann, and she was saying how crazy it is and how she would just is thinking about maybe just getting rid of all of it, which again, you can't really get rid of it, but and it's like, yeah, if I didn't do this for a living, I probably wouldn't be on social media at all, even though I love chatting with all of you and doing all, you know, the fun parts are fantastic, but it's so crazy the stuff that goes on with it. And I would just, yeah, if I wasn't doing this, I wouldn't do it at all. So as you can see, I'm just adding whatever, kind of like she did, just bits and pieces. Like this is some old crochet. I don't think I want quite that much of this. Strings, I like them, but I needed a bit of a haircut. And definitely make sure if you have grandkids that they are not, because that is where it becomes very terrifying, is with kids. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to like upset your day or any of that, but I just want you guys to know, because I keep friends safe. And many of you may have already known about it. I think I better smooth that. I have a feeling that you'll be able to see that glue through this stuff. You're probably like, why'd you paint all that? Well, because that's the way I am. I can't ever just leave it alone, right? I always got to do the layers, and so that's what I did. Some layers. because I do like the layers. Maybe we'll put this on this side, and that's kind of what they could maybe stand on. I definitely like the shadow box effect of it. But I do want to put something there, like even a piece of fabric would be good, just because it's flat. I'm gonna leave the strings. I like the strings. See, this kind of glue doesn't bug me because I can just rub it and it comes off my hands, so that's fine. But that, I don't know what it is about Fabri-Tac, but it does not come off when you do that. And it just gives me the ick. I just don't like it. I'm gonna put a little of this. You know what I could do to this? I love this texture of this napkin. I could also stamp it a little stampy stamp. I can just use whatever script stamp you've got. This is a really old Stampin' Up! One, but I like it, and I have it, but I don't think you can get it anymore. That probably needs to sit for a minute because that ink likes to torture me with smearing. I would think on a napkin it would be all right, but I'm not taking a chance. Put some strings, and then we glue our ladies down. Probably not going to get to the pages today. How long? I don't know, we might. I'm going to put two, because I just printed it on copy paper, or, you know, that little bit nicer copy paper I have. But I'm going to put 2 layers together so that it'll be a little bit thicker. Want this, huh? Yes. I'm totally covering up that fabric. That's kind of a bummer, but it is what it is now, right? I'm gonna have to put more up higher. More stuff up here. Do I want maybe some lacy stuff? I don't know what I did to that, but should put this up there. Sorry, I get quiet when I do these kind of projects. They take a lot of my brain power. Oh, we wanted this too, huh? I like that there. I'll probably put this on the back then, since I changed my mind halfway through there. Got all kinds of threads stuck to my fingers. These were gifted to me, some of these bits and pieces, and I thank you. So nice. Take any little book bits gladly, because they're kind of hard to come by. They're not something that you generally have lots of. Unless you're taking apart tons of books, but I don't tend to do that a whole ton. I mean, I have, but I don't do a lot of it. Oops. We could put a couple of those, but I want the whole stack. Okay, that's looking pretty good, I think. Gotta get the glue off. It's all in my tiny little head. Why it bothers me, I do not know. But it does. Okay, now I need to look and see. How do I want this? I think that'll work pretty good. So we basically need their feet and the mom with glue. And that's probably about it. Oopsie. I mean, it is a little fragile. I'm not gonna lie. You can't, be doing anything crazy with it. But if you're gonna just set it out somewhere, I just think it's kind of fun. I want one of these or two of these. Or a button would be cool, since you're not really worried a whole lot about the thickness and all that. You could use a button. I don't know what buttons are. Well, I'm not gonna torture you guys with that, so I'll find something else. But a button would be cool. Could use a piece of this. I have my smoothie glass there. Sorry, I just realized you guys can see my lovely. That was my lunch. Like I said, it's been a crazy couple days. Busy. Busy, busy. I really feel like I need a button there. Don't think I have any that are readily available. Move all my cutters. Yeah, buttons are definitely what it needs. Oh, I've got one of these. I do like these for stuff. Ah, I just dropped one. Oh my goodness. What is my deal? I'm going to be playing pick up the buttons later. One of those. I think I do just because I want to see it's a button. Oh my goodness. Glue on my fingers. Hey, that one's cool. I don't know where that came from, but it's very cool. I think it's too big. Just a little bit. Now I'm back to that again. I think it just needs to be a button. Sorry, I know this is ridiculous. Yeah, I think I like that one. Oh my goodness, it's gonna drive me crazy. I don't know what it is with glue. Yeah, I think it's supposed to go that way. It really bugs me. Okay, so that's going to be my front cover. And then on the back, so I think we'll just do these. And then, how long have I been yapping at you guys? And then I'll do the inside pages Monday. Oopsie. So any napkins you can find with some texture. I mean, it's always good to just think about stuff that we throw in the trash. These were ones that we didn't end up using when we got our sandwiches. So it was a good thing to just, you know, recycle, use for something else. And they just had good texture, and there wasn't print all over them, so that was cool, because you can just take off the printed part. We could also use a piece of sewing tissue. That's another good thing you can crumple up and whatever. And stick to your fingers. I can always find lots of things for that. Always, always. I like it when it hangs over just a little bit. Sorry, it's a thing. Oh, I like this little blue. I only have a tiny bit of that left, but I like it. I know I could use a glue spreader or something like that and not have near as much dilemma. I know. Ooh. That one tears easy because it's old. I feel like I need to tear a little bit more. So it's already got some strings, but I'm going to put some of these other ones, the colors. I needed to crunch. Paper towel, whatever that there thing's called. Okay, what else do we want? Oh, maybe some of the like book stuff. Okay. Then what? Then what? This kind of would go well. Like it's a good color. Clearly, we don't need this much of it. More and more strings. Sorry, Mitts. Poor Mitzi. We all give her a ration about her string thing. I can't talk because I have my glue thing, so, you know. I get it. Actually, I might want to lift this for that. My air conditioner is making my house pop and creak and make noises. You know, when the sun's hot outside and it makes it settle in different ways. Or whatever it does. I don't really know, but in my mind, that's what I think it is. Snap, crackle, and pop, like my joints when I go up and down the stairs. My knee joints. My son used to just laugh at me when he lived here because he'd be like, Mom, you can't sneak up the stairs ever. It's like, I know. It's driving me crazy. I do kind of like those little roses, but I don't think I want them on there. I feel like I need a little bit of this again. Yeah, my daughter, she has in her, they live in this like 2-story apartment thing. She lives there with 3 other people. And it's a quote unquote 2-car garage. So she gets to park in the garage because she pays more rent. And then one of the other girls parks in the garage because she has the smallest bedroom. So they try to work out what's, you know, fair, whatever. But truth be told, it's not truly a 2-car garage. And so I guess her car and her roommate's car were in there at the same time, which doesn't always happen a lot. But, and there were some plastic tote bins in there too. And she got kind of trapped and couldn't get her car out and needed to go. And the friend was at work because she rides her bike a lot to work because they live like on a, we call it the green belt. You can just jump on your bike and get downtown, and she works downtown. So she rode her bike, so she wasn't there. And so Aiden's like, I can just squeeze out. And she ended up dinging her car. So, and it's her brand new car, of course. Always something, it seems. So this one's going to be Feats, Her, and Part of Dad. I don't know if all of his head or not, but anyway, that's how we'll do it. We did not need his head at all, huh? Well, he's got a little extra glue on the back of his head. For no reason. Okay. That is where we're going to stop for today. And then we will work on putting it together in pages and all that in the next one. So I hope you guys liked that. And as you can see, vastly different, but it'll go like this. There will be the pages folded in between, and then we might do more to the sides too. But it'll open. There will be paper, and then that will be the back. And regardless, even if you just wanted to do those, I think they would look really cool somewhere, hanging up or something. They're just kind of fun. Like, I think they would look cool in a restroom or, you know, hallway or something like that. Anyway, might be a fun little project. So again, that is Mags Woodcock, and on this one, she's on page 16. It's the autumn 2025. That is where I got my inspiration. So I hope you guys liked that and maybe give it a try. And I will chat with you again soon. Love ya. Bye.